A Pennsylvania nurse previously facing a slew of felony offenses for allegedly unaliving and trying to unalive patients in her care was recently charged with new dozens of criminal charges. Heather Presty, 41, stands accused of intentionally administering excessive doses of insulin to 22 patients between 2020 and her arrest in May this year. She was initially accused of unaliving two patients and attempting to unalive a third while she worked at the Quality Life Services. Pennsylvania Attorney General Michelle Henry accused her of poisoning 19 additional patients. In total, 17 of those 19 patients lost their lives while in Presty's care, law enforcement alleged. The defendant is alleged to have administered her patients a large amount of insulin, some of those patients spanning 5 different care facilities, required insulin to treat diabetes, while some of them were not diabetic at all. The allegations against Miss Presty are disturbing, Henry said in a press release. It's hard to comprehend how a nurse trusted to care for her patients could choose to deliberately and systematically harm them. The damage done to the victims and their loved ones cannot be overstated. Every person in a medical or care facility should feel safe and cared for, and my office will work tirelessly to hold the defendant accountable for her crimes and defend care-dependent Pennsylvanians from future harm. The alleged insulin poisoning incident occurred while Presley was an employee as a registered nurse at more than 6, some say total of 11 healthcare services or nursing service centers. Authorities believe the defendant typically administered the excessive insulin during her overnight shifts when staffing at each facility was on the lower end and when the resulting medical emergencies would not immediately result in hospitalization. Presley alleged admitted to some of the incidents but said she felt bad for their quality of life and she had hoped that they would just slip into a coma and pass away. The kind-hearted excuse, however, was rubbished by prosecutors. Investigators alleged that Presty had a history since 2018 of, in inverted commas, being disciplined and abusive behavior towards patients and or staff, resulting in her getting fired or resigning from various facilities. You can imagine 11. The victims ranged in the age from 43 to 104. She was later sued in a wrongful unaliving lawsuit by the family members of one of her alleged victims, 68-year-old Marianne Boer. Presty was previously charged with 2 counts of homicide, 1 count of attempted murder, 1 count of aggravated assault, 3 counts of neglect of care dependent person, and 3 counts of reckless endangerment. On Thursday, the defendant was charged with 2 different counts of murder in the first degree, 17 additional counts of attempted murder, and 19 additional counts of neglect of a care-dependent person. The Attorney General's office explained the charging decisions are based on whether physical evidence, in inverted commas, was available to support the cause of death. Attempted murder is charged in the cases where the victim either survived the excessive dosage of insulin or the cause of death could not be determined. Now, that's a lot of happenings, alright? This video is just to raise awareness that these things are happening and it could be anybody, okay? People are going crazy, and she gave a reason to say that she had to be unaliving those people just because she felt that they could do better if they went in a deep coma or, lost their lives like that, because she felt sorry for them. Like, what about your conscience, girl? Like, what remains with you after you unalive someone? How does it amount to saving somebody who you have put in a care to say, because the people that already gave you that person to care for already believe that you're going to take care of them alive, okay? Like, they want them alive. It's just crazy, It's the first time I've come across this story, and it's just a lot, okay? This person just deserves what she's getting. At this point, a nurse is entrusted to care for people, and I feel that they should be more aligned or inclined to wanting to make sure that person continues to live, the person is cared for or given the attention that they require as they're still alive. And if the person dies, they die. But that's like what it just happens, not where you cause it. Putting insulin dosages in people so that they could, and then what to what gain? Crazy things are happening around the world, you guys. Make sure you're looking out for yourselves and for your families. I definitely had to bring this video to you guys. Otherwise, let me know what you think in the comment sections below. Thank you so much for coming through once again. If you're new here, you're welcome. Do remember to subscribe to this channel because I do have more for you, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.